So thank you, Adrian, for joining us. We're just going to ask you a few questions. So what attributes would you encourage ACS leaders to develop?
I mean, there's so many aspects of leadership that are important. I would certainly say vision and having that clarity of purpose, being really clear about goals and objectives, having a pragmatic view of how those can be delivered. So, vision without an execution plan is just never going to work. You need to have that balance of implementation and vision. And I think the third point I would make is to build those relationships, build that relationship capital, but do so in a way that isn't entirely self-serving. It needs to be balanced, and you do need to give something back. Builds on my point earlier, which about the three key things of earning, learning, and serving. And if you can do all of those at the same time, rather than going to university, then going to work, and then ultimately, giving something back to the community. If you can do all of those at the same time, then I think you really set up for true leadership.
Do you think the ACS network has the potential to support the ambition of black students in the UK?
I think so. I mean, I certainly hope so. It's a very powerful network of individuals, and these leaders have the potential to, they've already established, leadership. They've been appointed to these particular roles. I would say, the challenge now is to step up and ensure that they consistently deliver against the, goals and ambitions and the respect that has been bestowed upon them, the responsibility that's been bestowed upon them to, pull everybody along, and for them to be, a communication device, I think, is an important part. And the communication needs to go a number of ways. Interaction with their peers, of course, is critical. Interaction with the people that they represent, sharing best practices, and so forth. But I think this is a hugely powerful network that can really help us to, move some of those statistics forward that I spoke about. Having 55% of young black men who are economically active out of work right now, and the same is true for many black women and other minority ethnic groups. I see the ACS network as having a real responsibility to making a change in a positive direction against some of those numbers. These are individuals' lives that we're talking about, and they deserve a better chance, and the network can help massively in doing that.